One, why? You must tell people why they should listen to you. This is motivation part. Motivation for ego. There are two types of motivation. One is natural motivation, and second is ego, intellectual motivation. Natural motivation comes from context. You're hungry, you are motivated to have food, right? You are hot, you're motivated to take your clothes off. You have diabetes, you're motivated to, well, different, to run away to Barbados or to make more money, right? So, natural motivation always is fundamented based on reality, comes from reality. All bambini function in natural motivation, so they have no problem with motivation, because always they do things based on real feedback, realistic feedback, natural feedback. Ego motivation is always dualistic. One personality says, I want to read a book. Number two personality says, no, 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 I want to use Facebook. Ego motivation is always based on conflict. There is always sabotage. Sabotage is not a problem. Sabotage is two motivations in the same situation. It is like, imagine you have a bottle, which is 1 liter bottle. 1 liter water goes inside. Ego motivation will be this 1 liter, this 1 liter, so you have 2 liters but only 1 liter container. And then the sabotage, conflict is happening, right? Very, very characteristic. Marriage, matrimonio, personality, 1. I want to be married. Number 2 personality, freedom. Number 1 personality, I will study and learn about neuroanatomy. Number 2 personality, no, Google, right? Number 1 personality, Pironi, emotional, Pironi? Pirino. Yeah, oh yeah, Pironi. Pironi. So, Pironi. Emotional, Pirino. Okay, this is, I will trust my intuition. 1 personality, Peroni. Number 2, oh no, Peroni, vegetable juice, right? So, this is ego motivation. It is always based on conflict, always. So, the reason why bambini are effective is because the response reaction is immediate. Immediate, right? Reality happens, and now bambino goes, okay, reality. Da-da-da-da-da. Motivation, right? So, response is immediate. Adulti, no. Reality, interpretation, reaction. Brazilian model, I am hungry. Interpretation, no, I'm a model. Reaction, anorexia or bulimia. You understand? So, adulti cannot be effective because they use the strategy that is made up. If you want to be effective, you have to accept reality and respond to it immediately. That's how it works. And there is, in cybernetic knowledge, there is something, I will need Italian translation for this. Law of requisite variety.
La legge della verità indispensabile.
Okay. Now, this is how it functions. If you have a system has many elements. The most effective element in the system, the one that is superior to others, is the system which has the most solutions and can generate solutions more rapidly than the others. There's two, it's quantity and quality concept. One can generate many solutions. Two can generate solutions very quickly and appropriately. It is not strength. In prehistoric times, the most important was to be strong. Now it's not important because you can have a pistola. So a big guy comes and you go, and that's it, goodbye, right? So it's not the point. This concept is not mental only, this is evolutionary concept. Cancer. Cancer mutates, changes the code if chemotherapy is given. Radiotherapy, now they have research on it. In radiotherapy, cancer cells mutate and become stronger, very strong, after radiotherapy. So if someone takes radiotherapy, the effect is that cancer is stronger. Every organism on this planet, if it's attacked, it defends. Every. E. coli and antibiotic, mutation. Trojan virus. You know Trojan viruses?
Yes.
Change, mutate, depending on the system. Now, cervello, brain. If you don't eat something because you meditate or you do yoga, your metabolism will change. So sometimes I don't eat anything for long periods of time. Sometimes it's 1 week, una settimana, right? Senza mangiare. And there is a reason for this. One, organism eats carbohydrates. This is one. Number two, no carbohydrates. Organism eats fat. Fat?
Grasso.
Three, organism eats bacteria. Four, organism eats virus. Five, organism eats fungus. Fungi, especially Candida albicans. Candida albicans is the most dangerous. So when you don't eat, your organism eats this. But if you eat, you move on level number one. So the concept here, when you make a presentation, is you have to create ambiente that people have a reason. And if you do it this way, intellectually, why is always a cause-effect pattern. Why should I listen to you? If I listen to you, what happens in the future? What is the positive benefit? Benefit? What is the benefit if I listen to you? So motivation becomes the cause. This is what happens. So when you make a presentation, you have to tell people, if you listen to me, you will X, Y, Z. You will be more clever, you will be more intelligent, you will be more motivated, you will be more happy, you will be able to apply English, da 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 da. This is number one when you make a presentation of any kind. Product, English, Spanish, anything. Right, so you understand this part?
Yes.
Number two. Well, I can talk about this una settimana, only about this, so I will have to accelerate, okay? Because this is, probably when you are listening, you go, something in your life maybe will be changed. Sometimes, intellectually, we sustain artificial motivation, and it is always very difficult, because we have to convince ourselves constantly, convince ourselves constantly to maintain ego motivation because of the conflict. So there is easier method, natural method, congruently respond to reality. You will have no problems with motivation. When you listen to Steve Jobs' comment, the best entrepreneur in the last era, Steve Jobs, one strategy, follow your heart and follow your intuition. If you follow your heart, what you feel, feelings are not dualistic. So you will not have a conflict problem, you will not have sabotage problem. If you do what you feel, if you do what you think, you will always have, because every thought is dualistic. You cannot say, this is big, without unconscious comparison to small. You don't know. You cannot say, this is large, without saying smaller. You cannot say intelligent without saying stupid. You cannot say white without saying black. Thoughts are always dualistic. You think one thing consciously, another one automatically, unconsciously. Feelings are not dualistic. I suggest to follow your natural motivation. You will never have problems to motivate yourself because it will be natural. This is how bambinos live, and this is bambini live, and this is why they are very, very effective, because there is no waiting between reality and between acceptance. Between reality and okay, you know this time what is called? Suffering. Sofrimento, right? Sofferenza. Sofferenza. This is between reality and accepting reality. This is number one in format. Number two. What? What is content? You have to give people theory, technology, logical concepts. Theory is always complex equivalent. A is B. Antananarivo is the capital city of Madagascar, right? So, if you heat water, it boils at 100 degrees. This is always theory. Theory without